Well, I guess we'll get going with introductions and rocket and roll it. So, I mean, I'm one of your hosts, Kefka Floyd. I'm, of course, drinking what else but Worcester's Own Polar Seltzer, and it turns out they had a second Valentine's flavor. This one is, the bottle says, "Let's get physical," and the flavor is passion fruit peach. I'm not a peach guy, so I mean, I bought it, I'll drink it, but, you know, it's all right. I think I like the other one better. With me as host tonight is Bob the Elder. Bob, what do you got tonight?
Thank you very much, Dan Newton-John there. As always, I have I am indeed your whiskey drinking Southern friend, Bob the Elder. I have, as always, Chunksy the dog is here with me, passed out in her spot. I have my unsweet tea, and tonight I'm drinking a Larceny small batch. At 92 proof, it's a really solid, affordable brand. Larceny's out of Bardstown. I think Barton makes it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. That's the one I probably need to write down on my list. But I'm really fond of it, so here's to y'all.
All right, joining us, the racers tonight. We're going to start in the upper left corner, our Triforce of Courage, I guess. He's been from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, and hopefully he'll make it to Philadelphia, Atlanta, and LA once quarantine is over. It's a good friend, Destil. Destil, what do you got tonight?
Hey, not much. I actually just have my water bottle because I just got off work, didn't really have time to do anything else, so.
Very well. Nothing wrong with good old H2O. To his right, in the upper right-hand corner, we've got our Triforce of... I called Destil Courage, so that would make Torgo Wisdom, I guess.
Oh, how dare.
The wisdom of Torgo. Yes. Torgo, what do you got tonight?
Good evening. I just got a big cup of coffee from work. I wanted just black cup of coffee. If you care about that kind of thing, I think it's a 90% Colombian, 10% Maui blend. I just got a little bit of sugar in it. And that's it.
That's it. Well, hey, coffee. And last but not least, coming all the way 12 time zones away, it's a good friend, Chitin. Chitin, welcome back. You haven't been streaming for a while. It's good to have you back on board and ready to rock and roll.
Oh, you know, I'm rocking and rolling, and I'm actually drinking some Gatorade right now, actually.
Ooh. Gatorade. Oh, come on.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks.
Oh, what kind of Gatorade?
Tropical fruit punch to be exact.
Ooh. I'm trying to think what my favorite Gatorade is. I think
I'm always a tie between lemon lime and clear and classic orange.
I mean, orange is good. I really got hooked on the blue Gatorade for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not had Gatorade in a very long time.
I haven't either. Well, I take it back. I did buy one a few weeks ago, but that's the only one that's the last one I've done in an extraordinarily long time.
All right, so we're gonna count it down on 3, 2, 1, go. Everybody needs to. They've already on the first tile of the dungeon, I suppose.
Yep.
We've already confirmed we're all ready to go. So the rules, as we said, 90 minutes. They who are on the furthest down floor is the winner. So I will count it down with. Let me phrase it properly. I will start the countdown and we will go. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go, and they're off.
And Elsar in chat with the rampant hate for the football teams for the state of Florida. He does not have a. Not that I disagree with him, but.
I mean, there's a lot
Magic.
going on in Florida.
Yeah.
Now, see, Torgo just found a little bitty knife, not a large knife,
Come on.
but a small knife.
It's not a knife. That's a knife. I can't see your screen, man. That's weird.
Got some battles going here. Got some jellies, not green jellies, but red jellies.
I need to change my capsule monster for this.
Yep, we have the. Let's see. Remind me, do you choose the 4 party members and then your monster, or do you just get a random 4 party members and a random monster?
You're forced to use maximum. Other than that, you can choose.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a few party rerolls last time.
That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't remember.
It is an X
So we
potion.
have Dekar, Tia, Artie, and Maxim for one of them. I'll wait till I'm at cloth armor. I'll wait till I'm in another one and we'll compare.
Hmm.
Dekar, Sealand, Tia.
Come on.
Everybody has used Maxim, as you said.
See, those,
Right,
that's
so we do have some variation. We do have some variation here between the.
I'm
the
assuming I'm the
various
only person
parties.
with Tia.
2 people have Tia.
I have Tia as well.
Chitin is Dekar, Guy, and Artie.
Artie's probably the most important member because he's the fastest. He just makes
Mhm.
things go so much faster once you get some good ways to clear large numbers of enemies.
So by speed, you mean he just attacks faster?
His turn comes up faster.
Yeah, he gets more ATB. Yeah, Torgo would
And
be
he
the
also
only one
gets
not
pretty good magic, honestly. Like Artie's a really well balanced character.
Torgo would be the only one not using him then.
Destil's monster looks like some kind of chicken.
Actually, a fish.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Now
Oh,
I
could
see it.
I could see it kind of like a beta. I can see that.
The way he's got his head turned and stuff, it looks kind of
Yeah,
like
it looks like a chicken. I agree.
looks like a chicken. I'm telling you, he's not a guy. He's a chicken. He's a giant chicken.
He's a chicken. It kills me that it's X potion because it sounds like it's
It is an X potion.
it is an X potion.
Shit.
It is in a unsure
That's
state
not
of
good.
being. It once was a potion and decided that it could be anything that it wanted to be.
Chitin on level
Okay.
5.
Deadly rod, not just any rod. It has to tell you the exact kind of rod it is. It is a deadly rod,
Formerly wielded by Uncle Deadly from the Muppets, maybe?
possibly.
That's one thing about the Muppet revivals, the more use of Uncle Deadly. I think that
Yeah.
he was an underused Muppet, and it's good to have more Uncle Deadly in the world.
Everybody's got a basic weapon except for Salon now. I'm going to guess she cannot use a small knife. Oh, she can. Oh, nice. Better than nothing.
Still really weird how it does that. Like I was going through scenes trying to find yours in here just so I could have it up on this one too, but I can't access your scene.
Right, because you're not loaded into Dan's scenes, you're loaded into your scenes.
Well, I went in Dan's scenes and it's not there.
Oh, it
I
might
think
not
it's
have
'cause you're
saved yet.
using it. Yeah. Like I
Oh.
went into all
Oh,
three
that's
of them.
fine.
Yours, mine, and McLean's. I did everybody but Raz's.
It probably hasn't saved it yet.
Yeah.
I hate these horsey guys.
It's all right.
He's not a mad horse, he's an angry horse. Angry
angry.
scientist!
Mad scientist.
As you know, it's increasingly difficult to get mad scientists these days because they're all hanging out in the private sector. But we got one! I loved that show.
Oh yeah.
Cheap in the big city. That's my kind of humor. Good old General Specific.
music. That is so weird.
Very chill watching this, listening to Sticker Brush.
Ooh, better sword, I'll take that. I bet Salon can use that.
Pick
She sure
sword.
can. It's not that much better.
Shorts.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. I'm done messing with that. So
Beetles. A
we
lot of
have
bugs in this
Chitin
dungeon so far.
Chitin quite literally taking the bull by the horns
Mhm.
and escaping. He escapes. Oh, and then gets bulled again.
Yeah, running's pretty dicey, especially from enemies that'll double move you like those.
Would you say he
Yeah.
should? He's not going to get bowled again.
No, I would never say that.
Let's see, what floor is this? 5.
There we go.
And see, I assume it means light knife, but by normal video game parlance, it could also be a holy
Holy-
knife. Yeah. And again with another deadly rod. I'm taking a good bit of this as like being judicious, trying to avoid what fights you can and being judicious on the ones that you take. Dagger knife. Yeah, not just any knife, a dagger knife. And a rapier knife.
Ooh,
Or like anything other than that, honestly. Like that.
Yeah, Torgo and Destil are both kind of neck and
Okay.
neck right now, I think.
Pretty much, right at it. I mean, just get the same item, essentially.
Huh? Oh.
I really like some
Good.
magic. You know, I'm
Good
very
stuff,
unhappy with the
Josh.
amount of magic I've found in this cave.
Oh, it's magic. We know.
You know.
Better believe it's not so. We gotta reload chitin.
Yeah, some of my
Oh,
stream
good.
got cut.
Good.
Oh, Jesus.
So apparently there are fake deadly items that don't actually have the instant kill status on them. But this is
That's
apparently a
weird.
real one.
Yeah.
So that's what deadly's meaning in this context. Fair enough. God. I don't know why it only does it on that. Does that to me on that.
please don't die, Tia.
Please don't die.
I did not actually want to do that fight.
Oh. Kimi.
Oh, hey, we've got a Tavril in chat tonight.
Hey,
Yo.
Tavril.
Oh no, dude, I biffed my movement. Okay, I didn't get a surprise attack though.
Oh, lucky.
Good. Whew. Oh, come on. I need my revivals bad.
A little disconcerted about the. Oh god, I'm really feeling not having any armor.
Oh.
Feel the burn.
Destil.
Magic fruit.
Shit.
Not a regular
Oh,
fruit.
God.
Is it beans?
Oh, God.
Beans. That
I'm
would-
doing so little damage
Oh.
here.
Somehow or another, both of those are on Destil. That's funny.
Oh.
Oh, that was not fun. I wish I had any IP powers to take advantage of that.
No perversions about beans here.
Deadly sword. Oh, baby, come on.
So
There we
deadly
go.
is instant death spells.
Yeah.
That's the name. Okay.
At this point, like, I can't do any more fights until I get some armor, dude.
Right.
Yeah, I
your-
have not
your
really
team-
seen a lot of armor coming up in these chests.
Yeah, y'all. The most I've seen is like a cloth armor or something. Like it really hasn't looked like it's been exactly what y'all wanted.
Oh. I think I'm gonna wipe. Yep, I wiped.
Nice.
Already?
I mean, there's like no armor, so I mean,
Yeah. So I mean, this one, unlike the other one, this could be something that happens several
Floor
times in the
10.
game.
Floor, if you want to keep count.
I'd say some inventory management here.
Yeah, that's one thing. We're not doing total, so that's not really affecting us as much. Here, let me
Really wanted already to kill that guy. Oh. Ooh.
I'm here.
There we go. I'll change it a little bit. All right, back to this. Yeah, if you play Lufia 2, Tabor will get in on the next one. We'll run at least one more probably next month on Thursday, so Raz can run.
Mm-hmm.
We just
What is
couldn't get
that?
both Torgo and Raz on the same night. Just the way it works, adults being adults.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Anything that
I don't
Deadly
know
is
what
unfortunately not good for these undead.
No, I can imagine not. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'm kind of me and Dan feel like we're kind of that way with Link to the Past, Rando. It's fun to watch, not that fun to play. Until I get leave it at 90 proof, Dan. I'm getting spoiled by this all this 100+ proof stuff because it just doesn't. It feels watered down even drinking 92 proof.
Hmm. Hey, you build up your tolerance. It was funny, last night we were watching Avengers Endgame because my friend was finally finishing up his MCU run through with his wife. She had never really seen
yeah.
she had never really seen any of the Marvel movies, and so that's been like a months long project for them. So
Good God, they went through like all 20 of them.
yeah, I think so. I mean,
Wow.
like I said, that was something that we're doing throughout quarantine, so that's been like a
Oh, yeah.
months-long thing. So, we watched it last night, and for a snack, I was having these cheese balls, but they were spicy,
Mm-hmm.
and they were pretty good, but I gotta say, they definitely packed some
Here we
heat.
go.
That's a spicy cheese ball.
Yes. Hey, there you go, Torgo. That's what you're
He
looking
is
for.
unfriendly for this time
Zippy.
around.
Yeah, I get the Zippy's a fish, but it totally looks like a rooster.
Didn't like most of the things I found. So gonna stay a fish for
I just wiped.
turns into
What
a
Are you using
per
items?
person with a spear.
Oh, I
Next
was
upgrade.
not expecting it to take all 4 of them to kill something. Oh god, I'm screwed, dude.
Are you using Were you using items on the fish on Zippy?
Yeah, you feed them.
Okay, so you're just feeding him random items you're not going to equip, and it does a Pokemon evolution or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get past this guy. Okay. Those are not fun to fight.
Ah, so
Come on.
Tia is our requisite blue-haired heroine in the background. I see.
I mean, aren't half of the characters in Lufia blue hairs anyway?
I know,
Yeah.
but we have to have at least one blue-haired female in a game like this. So
Celine's hair also blue?
Dekar looks like his hair is.
Dekar's hair is
somewhat-
definitely blue. Oh, god.
Yeah. Though it's a different shade of blue in his character sprite.
There we go.
I like
That was-
his He-Man battle axe he's carrying.
Was
over there.
not
That's
expecting
nice.
that to rock me as hard as it did.
Man, you level ups are long in this game. They give you it's a lot of stats. It is an
Oh,
explosion.
come on.
It is no more. It has ceased to be.
Well, it doesn't become an X potion until you drink it.
Well, it's still a potion when you drink it. It's just
I know,
inside
but it's
you
no
instead of
long.
inside
It's
the
no
potion.
longer the potion in the bottle. That is what makes it the
Yeah.
X potion.
If the
Lot
if it had
breaker.
come in a can and then you drink it, would it be the uncanny X potion?
Tactics Lion, why are you not here?
He's
I know
here.
you had to go tonight, but he just set you up like you were the king of terrible puns, and you're not here. I'm gonna have to give you hell about that. Oh,
I can't remember. Nope. I sure
Comes
did
in-
see the stairs here earlier.
yeah, I love the guy. He comes in my chats and does all those, and I'm like, no, banned.
Saw the X. Let's check this first.
I do not want to fight the skeleton again.
Dump sparks. Right.
Oh no!
Oh, god
okay,
damn it! I
fine.
might need to find the charging cable for this controller.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's all good.
Does it use a specific one, or is it just a USB, mini USB, or?
What controller are you using,
Uh,
Destil?
It's one of the USB. Yeah. It's one of the USB standards. Fuck if I can remember.
What
which one.
controller are you using, Destil?
360.
Oh, it's wait, 360.
Oh, 360 uses a proprietary connector.
Yeah, you got to have that
Or
actual.
Unless
no,
it's a third
sorry,
party.
it's an Xbox One.
Oh,
Oh,
Xbone I think uses just micro USB.
micro.
Yeah, I think
USB.
so.
I always
Here-
get them mixed
this,
up,
I think this
yeah.
is it.
The little
Should-
tiny one.
Should be the same.
The one that's slightly asymmetrical,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
like
it.
a trapezoid.
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
The other one is
Mini USB.
mini USB, and it is trapezoidal as well, but it's distinctly trapezoidal, not vaguely trapezoidal.
Yeah.
And much larger.
Well, it's not really trapezoidal so much as it's like two rounded rectangles smushed up against each other.
Yeah, it's like two
Right.
trapezoids on top of each other in French code.
Yeah.
Please don't attack Salon.
Now everything's the round ones USB-C, and those are kind of a pain in the butt.
I've got you right where I want you.
Yeah, the PS5 controller is just standard USB now that we now have another actual standard USB instead of a million.
Oh shit, you magic pixeled ceiling there, Torgo.
Yeah, that was a good luck.
Round. Yeah.
Now, I think Chitin's getting close to wiping again.
Ooh. Kaiden had bad luck in the last one.
Yeah.
This is
Floors
worse
are your
than the
basic metal
last one.
slimes.
This is worse than the last one.
Slime cubes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's
There
what
we
I'm
go.
saying. Oh, I remember the Tide Pods here. Those were a bitch. Those were.
So much text.
I mean, come on, that's what they are. They're Tide Pods. But,
Uh,
yeah, that's a lot of experience.
No, they're
Window-
jello.
So many.
I see Tide Pods. They're square with a red center.
Tide Pods aren't cubes.
Some of them are. I have ones that beg to differ.
All right, Destil's on floor 11,
Been a pretty harsh run.
so I believe that's putting him in the lead at the moment.
Though, in all fairness, Dan,
How's
those look
Torgo
just
not ahead
like
of
the
me?
dishwasher ones I used to buy, not the ones that were in the washing machine.
I'm maybe only a couple floors behind that.
For a while, I mean, you and Torgo were
come on.
dead heat.
Oh yeah, you like literally got the same item at the same time. It was that close. Dagger.
A
Daguerreotype.
dagger. Damn it!
I beat you to it.
You did.
Oh, we got brownies
Alright.
and some kind of weird samurai thing.
Deadly
he's fighting
stick.
now. Oh, Maxim's dead. Roximus. So do you have any way of reviving characters?
Not until we find a spell or item for it. I could really use a spell or item that did any amount of healing.
I cannot remember what the name of the item was. It's like a weird name, isn't it?
Miracle,
Like,
maybe?
Miracle. I think it's Miracle.
Yep,
yeah.
it's Miracle.
I would settle for literally any magic spell right now.
Yeah, any magic right now would be amazing. I have
Would you
not
say
found a
that-
single spell.
All we
Yeah.
need is a miracle. All we need is you.
Yes.
If you is Maxim, yes, because my Maxim is very good.
Doing a little Mike and the Mechanics there. All I want is a miracle. All I need is you.
God damn it.
Half the fun of this is just watching people. Okay, Torgo just got to level 10.
I'm watching Destil dance around the
Yeah.
monsters and then
Half the-
run into another room
Yeah.
of monsters.
Half of this is just the fun is just watching people try to
And-
avoid monsters.
I
Yeah.
don't want to use that miracle until I have a way to get his hit points back on top of that.
Hmm.
Just found
Naturally. Oh yeah, you did. You just got one.
Torgo's
Well,
gonna
this-
whip it.
I'm
Whip it
white.
good.
one. Boy, I got so many high magics, nothing to cast.
So many high magics, but nothing to cast.
This is not a good C for me to win.
No.
That spell's actually fine, I think.
I feel
Not
kind
what
of
I
bad for
wanted.
Chitin because it seems like the last two races he's
Okay.
done, he's
Oh,
kind of had some
come
bad
on.
luck. Like he had the same unfortunate deal with Super Mario Land 2 when we ran that one.
Oh, miracles are full HP.
Oh,
What was I even thinking?
Thank heavens.
What is that? Oh, I can't read it on the mini one.
Torgo
I
is
missed it on the-
strong.
Strong. Okay, it looked like it said strong. So it's a spell.
I think
That
that's
is-
our first spell
that
of the game. Actually,
That's a healing spell, yeah.
That is a healing spell.
Somebody was using an attack spell earlier. Or maybe it was an attack item. I don't know. I thought it was Torgo.
Like
When you
every
magic
muscle in my
pixel.
body just relaxed.
Oh,
God.
when you
Come
magic
on.
pixeled Sealand, she used something.
the butthole unclenched a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I used
you could hear it unpucker.
I used her I used the IP attack from the stone she had.
I missed it earlier, but Breakman says it's the secret best SNES RPG.
I don't think there's that much of a secret.
I have never played either Lufia or Lufia 2. I don't own either of them.
Lufia 1's fine. Kind of just a, very Dragon Quest-y. Lufia 2 is phenomenal.
I never ran into either of these two. Even in most of my vintage, when I could still when there were still stores open and I could buy vintage stuff in. There's not really anywhere local that sells it
That
anymore.
might be an upgrade.
Yeah, it's unless you have a vintage game store, which luckily in Tingsboro they have
There
a
we
vintage
go.
game store
Berserk Blade.
that is
The
pretty
red
nice.
names mean that they're cursed.
Ah,
So
I forgot that there was curse. So what does the curse actually do to you?
it's a Dragon Quest curse. You can't remove it without an item or something.
But what is the negative that it imparts?
You can't remove the item from the slot.
Oh, that's the only negative because the Dragon Quest ones have other things. Like
Sometimes it's a crappy. I think that's why you sometimes find a crappy. God damn it! Oh God damn
a
it!
crappy one is cursed.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, this might be bad for Destil.
Uh-oh.
This is
Oh,
bad.
it's a snake.
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh,
that is.
Artie's face
Oh,
planted.
lucky Destil. Oh,
Ow.
I mean, he's kind of gone from frying pan
Wow.
into the fire, but
yeah, and then there's another one. Oof.
do.
You only have the one miracle, don't you?
What miracle?
You had one earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, I
red.
used it.
This is
Oh,
Nah, that's
yeah,
it.
this is what.
That's
15.
it.
Yep.
crunch.
All right. Now.
Rip
now we
Destil.
can- Yep. Now it's Torgo's chance to see if he can hold on. And suddenly, Chitin's back in it, even with a wipe.
This is de-randomized, right? So I'm gonna get that same crappy dungeon this time. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Destil got as far. Chitin got as far as floor 10. I don't think Destil made it to floor 12.
I was on 15.
15. Oh wow.
Oh.
God, those
I'm on 12 or 13.
those things go by so fast.
Enjoying the. Oh, I love Nightbot. Enjoying the race? Please subscribe to Buy the Racers Games and Booze.
Or
It is
refreshing
drinking
polar
time.
seltzer.
I support that motion.
Dan's got a shill. He's contractually obligated.
Okay,
gotta
so
make
we
that
were
sponsor
talking.
somehow.
We were talking before the race about mice. And so I have a story. So my mouse history, at least for computers that I've owned, I mean, we always had like the regular old, OEM crappy mice that came with like computers of the 90s, or just junk ball mice. But then when I started buying my own computers and was able to have my own stuff, I jumped on the optical mouse train really early. Like I bought the Microsoft optical IntelliMouse, the one that has the buttons on each side that everybody loves. Like I was ground floor on that, and I had that for a long time. Then I replaced that with the Microsoft wireless IntelliMouse Explorer, and this mouse is like a tank. Like it is gigantic. Like if you've seen pictures of it, if you think modern mice are huge, these ones are gigantic, and I loved that mouse to pieces.
Was it one of those like 80 button mice?
No,
it's
still
like 15 buttons on it.
No, it still only had like 5. It was Microsoft standard. It had 5 buttons. It had 2 regular buttons, a middle click, the scroll wheel, and 2 buttons on the side by your thumb. But the main thing about it is just the shape of it was perfect. And it was also a really reliable wireless connection back when wireless wasn't all that good. So just overall, I mean, I put a lot of Return to Castle Wolfenstein and Unreal 2004 on that mouse. But it succumbed to the left click on it started to die. Like it wouldn't hold left click anymore. The switch was going. So that was when I replaced that mouse with I'm trying to remember. I think I replaced that with the replacement for the wireless IntelliMouse Explorer, which was just the wireless IntelliMouse Explorer 2.0, which wasn't as good. It was more streamlined. I mean, it was okay, but it didn't have that tank-like feature. Whereas around the same time for work was I bought a MX Revolution from Logitech, and the MX Revolution was the first mouse to have the ratcheting scroll wheel. Okay, the one that Destil and I were talking about before the race. And the beauty of the ratcheting scroll wheel is, a lot of times, you're scrolling on a web page, you're scrolling up or down. It's like you got to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And it's just really annoying. It takes a long time, your finger gets tired, so on and so forth. If there could be a better way? And the better way is inside of these mice, in the wheel, there is a clutch. And when you're scrolling slowly, it ratchets. So you feel the clicks, it's a normal clicky thing. But if you apply enough force to it, the clutch unlocks and the wheel free spins until it stops, it loses its momentum, and then the clutch re-engages. So like if you got a long page, you just do it, it goes, and it just keeps scrolling, and then you just put your finger down on it like a brake, and you stop it with your finger. And it just has once you get used to it, you get that muscle memory of just scrolling, and you know when to hit the stop button. You just have this natural feeling of, I don't know the right way to say it. It really is just like, shifting in a car or something. It's just
that feel. Yeah.
Exactly. And so the MX Revolution also had a feature where it had rechargeable battery, but it had like a little dock. So you would put it in the dock to charge the battery, which was okay. I mean, mine was fine, but my wheel was wearing out after a long time, and my dock was getting really finicky about charging it. So I'm like, okay, well, I've got to replace it. But by the time I needed to do it, Logitech discontinued the MX Revolution and replaced it with the Performance Mouse MX, which is a mouse I do not have a single good thing to say about ever. It is... Logitech, in their infinite wisdom, decided, you know what, let's, screw over the people who pay us lots of money for something. They cheaped out. They decontented the mouse, and they made it worse. Number one, they made the shape worse. It was not as good to hold. Number two, they put this thumb button instead of where the buttons, they still had the forward and back button. They kind of still sort of had the sideways scroll wheel. But they added this button for your thumb to depress. The problem is that it was placed in such a way that when you grabbed the mouse to move it, you would accidentally hit the thumb button. Mm-hmm. And then I could forgive that, but the worst sin of all was that they replaced the freewheeling auto clutch scroll wheel with a manually unlocking wheel. No more automatic unlock. You had to specifically press a button to unlock it and relock it. Right. And oh, did I hate it. Oh, nothing. I'm trying to think of another peripheral that has angered me so in the past 10, 15 years, and I honestly cannot think of one. And it swore me off of Logitech mice. And to add the insult to the injury, the click buttons on these were awful. Like within a year, I was getting like phantom double clicks and things like that on the left click. It's like, oh, a problem which still plagues some Logitech mice, by the way. And so I was dealing with that for, God, I don't know how long I was dealing. It was just getting me so pissed. And yet, in 2013, I think, or maybe 2014, the day Logitech announced the MX Master 1.0, which brought back the auto clutch scroll wheel, even though the drivers were not really ready, they did not support per application settings yet, which is, I mean, it came a couple months later, but I immediately bought 2 of them, sight unseen. Didn't even hold it in my hand. I went to Logitech.com, bought 2 of them, one for home and one for work. And I'm still using them to this day. I haven't upgraded. I didn't change to the 2 because the 2 wasn't that much of a change. The MX Masters 3 I've been thinking of buying when it goes on sale.
That was trolly right there, Torgo.
That was very trolly. That's okay.
Yeah.
No, that was... Feel free to interrupt, but the MX Master 3 has improved the scroll wheel considerably.
No.
Yeah, the only story I have on that one is like with our old computer when we were kids, that Packard Bell that we had, that very first one. For some goofy reason, and it was, my parents decided to buy, like, we had the normal mouse forever. You know, it had its faults, but you could deal with it. And then for some reason I'll never understand, they decided to buy and remember, I'm a little kid, so I don't have the option to really buy my own. They decided to buy what amounted to a trackball mouse, but instead of a trackball where you use your thumb, it had this wheel kind of on the top of it, and that's how you used to move. And I could do it to use the computer.
Oh, kind of like
do it to play anything.
Was it like a track
yeah.
point?
Yeah, like a track point, and it was horrible. Like, you could not play anything with it. Like, anything that required movement, like we had X-Wing. I couldn't play X-Wing hardly with it.
Oh, yeah,
like,
you
I
cannot...
used a joystick mostly for it. I mean, I did use a joystick mostly for stuff that I had to use the mouse for. Like, in particular, I don't know if you ever played it, but
I've played
excellent...
X-Wing.
Well, this is a different one. There's a very excellent... There's 2 very excellent DOS Star Trek games. There's Judgment Rights and the one that's just like 25th anniversary. It's basically the same thing.
The 25th anniversary one is actually the source of the famous, you say sabotage, I say sabotage.
Yeah, and it's such a great... I mean, the regular Nintendo version is actually a really good game.
It is, actually. Yeah, I played it on NES. I didn't get very far, but I did play it.
The PC one is more of a puzzle game, kind of, with certain elements, and it's so good. But you have to do shit fights in it. And I could manage to get through, like, by the time I got old enough to where I could figure out how to get to the last boss, in the last boss it sets up you have to fight 2, yeah, it's a 3-on-1. You fight 2 Klingon battle cruisers and and the Enterprise 2. It's the bad guy makes basically a version of the Enterprise with Klingon disruptors. And with like 3 Klingon, and it would kick your ass if you couldn't maneuver really well. And I never could beat the damn game because I had to use that stupid mouse. And by the time, you know, by the time I got a new computer, I wasn't able to load that game on it anymore, just for the way it, you know, just wouldn't run because it was post DOS, and DOSBox hadn't been invented yet. So later on, I played, you know, I found the game again on for free and played it and figured out how to get DOSBox working. And I have since beat it on DOSBox. So first time I got into the fight, kicked its ass. You know, when I used a modern decent mouse, no problem. That
Oh no, Torko! Oh no!
I was not
a little behind on him. I'm surprisingly, I've got. Oh, he came out of nowhere.
He didn't come out of nowhere.
Did you just not see him?
No, I knew he was there. I wasn't expecting him to just suddenly turn heel and okay. Can we make
this turn there?
You have to look this up, one of you guys, because I'm in the middle of a game. But
I can look it up.
Let's go for like, I want to say 1999. A Logitech mouse. It would have been PS2, and it was 3 buttons, and it was basically just a triangular brick. My friends actually just called it the brick. So that
Just
was the first piece of
three
enthusiast
buttons?
hardware I bought.
Was it just 3 buttons across?
Yeah, we didn't have scroll wheels yet. I'm kind of guessing on the number.
Oh,
but I'm pretty sure I had
probably
that.
the Logitech Wingman.
That sounds right. That's it.
Yep. I know the Wingmans. Yep.
There's a TrackMan that looks like that too. It's just not as thick.
Oh, dude.
TrackMan's a trackball.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks like it's a triangle. I just typed in triangle, Logitech 1999 triangle.
No,
Mouse.
the Wingman is exactly what he's thinking of because it has little depressions in the buttons for your fingers.
Here, I'll type in Wingman. Now that pulls up the.
Oh,
What would you
God.
say it was, Dan? 'Cause that
The
pulls up
the Logitech Wingman mouse.
Okay.
No, dude.
Oh, I know that mouse.
Oh,
I know what you're
Torgo.
talking about. Yeah,
Torgo.
that is a brick. That's a hockey puck of a mouse.
No, that's not a hockey puck of a mouse. There are real hockey puck mice, and they are bad.
Really?
Oh yes, I love input devices and various things. Like I'm a gigantic input device nerd, and I know all sorts of.
I gotta run. I gotta try and run.
Oh yeah, you need to bail. There is no shame in bailing.
Fight messed me up last time.
But
Oh.
back when people
Somebody please run.
run away, run away, run away.
Air break of day.
Luckily, you escaped.
Now that fight kicked your ass.
Oh, I'm screwed. This run is over.
What
Was
floor
it-
were you on there,
what-
Torgo?
Just go down to the next floor.
Yeah, just run if you get to the point in these things that
I just missed it.
I'm avoidable.
Yeah, I just missed it. We went right in the menu.
I think he's 14. What is it that you just so regardless of your level, can you just hit like one enemy in a level that'll just destroy you, or was that just bad luck?
there's some nasty stuff on 14-15. Did you get hit by the teleporting pumpkins?
Oh, thank you.
No, it wasn't a pumpkin. It was a zombie-looking guy, but it was just it wasn't one of the teleporting pumpkins.
Yeah, it was the the clay dudes and the
Ooh, yeah, those are mean.
piles.
Yeah.
Because like my brother swears like he will only use a trackball for any of his stuff. Like he will not use anything else, and I don't blame him because like mice give him like repetitive stress injuries.
I've got
Oh,
a friend
okay.
like that, but in his defense, he's left-handed. And they didn't make left-handed mice.
They don't
back
really
then.
make very many left-handed trackballs
Yeah.
either. But
He
you can
also, well, he had like a symmetrical one,
Right.
Like you'd use a symmetrical trackball.
But
Ball
also,
was-
like, there's real debates in trackball between index finger trackballs and thumb trackballs. No, that 100% legit because
I believe
they,
you.
they do different parts of your wrist. And so,
Yeah.
like, I know people who are just like pure like thumbs only.
That was
You know.
skill there, Torgo.
Yeah.
getting out of all those pumpkins. That was impressive. Yeah. Now, on the other hand, my brother also insists on using a trackball, and I absolutely blame him for it because I think he's insane. But I have another friend.
Well,
that
I mean,
does it
the
too,
the
and
main
I
thing
also-
about
and I also think
trackballs,
she is, but
the main
she's
thing
a wizard at it.
the main thing about trackballs is that they do not take up space on your desk. If you're trying to, for a lot of people, like if you have extremely limited desk space, and you have like a lot of monitors, trackball absolutely makes a lot of sense.
It's just not my thing. Like I can barely if I have to help him on something on his computer, I hate it because I can just barely use that stupid trackball.
I mean, I can go between pretty much any kind of input device. That was a 206. That was a good hit, Torgo. But like I can, I
Ooh,
mean, I'm
bet
trying to.
there's still 2 guys left.
I mean, I prefer a mouse. It's like that's kind of what I prefer to use most if I'm at a desk. But when it comes to other things, like I mean, trackballs, I'm like kind of indifferent on. But like, a lot of people don't understand track points.
Ow.
Okay, and the thing about track points is that unless you used a genuine IBM track point, you probably used a shitty knockoff, and that's why you hate track points.
Fair enough.
But I mean, even with using the IBM ones, I mean, they still have like a learning curve to them. It's like we were talking about, like, there's certain classes of devices that have like a low barrier to entry, but also they have like a low skill ceiling. Whereas
that was intense. Destil.
Yeah, that was literally
Barely
lucky.
escaping that.
Yeah.
that was insane. Torgo was like skin of
that's
his
one of the things
teeth
that killed me
things.
last time. So
Right.
I need to
Finally.
treat that with respect.
Torgo, level 15. So we've got a tie between Destil and Torgo.
As far as who got to the deepest.
Yep.
Ooh,
Torgo's ahead of me
Chitin
now.
finally found strong. Chitin's. I don't want to jinx him, so I'm not going to say it out loud. But
No, I'm down. I'm still level 1. I'm screwed. I only have one party member left with no revives.
oh shit.
I'm pretty much diving for hell.
He's on level 11 right now. I mean, he's coming back.
He's just trying to avoid every fight that he can, though. He said he's.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do some early fights and get your levels up. I think that's part of your problem.
Oh, thank God. Level 12.
Oh,
But yeah, there are certain types of devices where, you know, the
They're
barrier to entry is kind of high, but the skill
Uh-huh.
ceiling of them is like you can do some I mean, that's true of a lot of things. You know, there's a lot of, you know, there's easy to drive cars and there's hard to drive cars, but there's cars that when you master them, you know, you can do things in them that you can't do in other cars. And it's
Yes,
the same thing for
precisely,
input
yeah.
devices.
If I can kill one of these in one round with 2 deadly weapons, I'll fight the rest of them. But
ooh,
I don't see it
17.
happening.
Bunch of deadly bees.
Yeah,
Torgo's
no,
still
this isn't
surviving.
happening.
Sleeper
No matter how many good fish kicks we get,
floor 13.
kicks.
What's the highest?
love fish kicks.
17.
13 for me.
Hey, you know, that's not, I mean,
Skids.
Destil is still making his way back through.
Oof! I did not want to fight this encounter, and I ran from it last time.
Curse lifter. I guess that lets you unequip a cursed weapon.
Bingo.
Yeah, close.
Elisar clicked the thing.
Good job, Elisar. Always
He
be
has
Come
the
on.
big ass trackpad on his iMac for that reason, in part.
ABC, always be clicking.
I think Elisar is like you. I think he's a Mac guy.
Well, I mean, I like trackpads in general because of gestural input. And
Wait, what did I just run into?
What did
you ran into some deadly bees.
I apparently did.
Whoa, I didn't see him either. I just watched you in the one. Where were they
Let's
at?
teleport.
Were they
Holy
were
shit.
they under the Were they under the
No, I saw them.
Shit.
They were kind of disguised by a thing.
Damn, they just destroyed his poor little monster friend. Ow. Dekar Magic pixeling it. Torgo still got a chance. Ooh, 229. Too bad he didn't attack first. Yeah, I can't use the trackpads. Like, I can't even use a damn touchpad on a laptop. Like, I'm like a 80.
Well, here's the thing about trackpads is that a lot of Windows
So much
trackpads
text.
are bad. That is a lot of text, Destil. But the main thing about trackpads is, like, the way I think of it ergonomically is a good trackpad allows you to have, and this is the same thing with a track point, allows you to have your fingers still on the keyboard while you manipulate the cursor. So, like, I cut my teeth on laptops
There
where
we
I
go.
used my thumb for input. So, like, trackballs on laptops where they're, you know, right underneath the keyboard, you would have your fingers on the keys and use your finger on the trackball right beneath it so you could still cursor and click while not having to move your hand around. And I
Can't
noticed
do it.
a lot of Windows laptops, they put their, not all of them, like Microsoft, the Surface laptops, their trackpads are really good. You know, they put them in a
Yeah.
good spot and I find they're easy to use. But so, like, the Dell trackpads are awful. I hate them. They're terrible. Whereas, you know, being able to do like certain gestural things means like I can use both of my thumbs simultaneously to do like I know that I think there's a utility similar to it on Windows, but one thing I use is something called Better Touch Tool, which allows you to define your own gestures and multi-click things with a trackpad. And you cannot do something like that with a mouse, which is, I mean, you can have multiple buttons on a mouse, but the idea is that you can basically, instead of just being limited to a system gesture, you can record and define your own gestures with multiple fingers. And I mean, if you're like me and you're doing stuff in certain applications all day long, it is a godsend. I know there's utilities on Windows that can do the same thing, though.
Yeah, I mean, I get everything you're saying, Dan. It's just things I'm not capable of doing. It's like,
But like,
I
even
missed strong the first time through. This is much better.
oh yeah,
yeah, you're holding up much better this time, Destil.
Read Elisar's comment, Dan. If you have.
Yeah, I saw. I mean, I was a Commodore guy. That's what we had. I mean, I didn't have any kind of PC or anything until like 1997.
I never had a Commodore. I had our first PC was a Packard Bell. In the MS DOS days, around 92, 93. Now it had to been earlier than that. I just remember. I don't remember exactly how old I was when we got
Oh,
it.
that incendiary.
I still have the fondest memories of that one over, back in the extended and expanded memory days.
Oh, I don't have fun. I mean, I have fun. Here's the thing. We have fond memories of the applications, but we do not have fond memories of the bullshit. Because,
no, not at all. My memories are all the applications and the games I used to play on it and how much I loved them and the more innocent days, that those were in. But, I agree with you 100%. That's definitely where the memories are. Dive, Torgo, dive! Don't try it.
I gotta find revives.
I found one, but it's later in the floors.
Yeah, Torgo's first found a few, but he's used them all. And
Yeah.
he's down to 2 characters. Like, he's trooping. He is living dangerously, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm so happy I have strong this time.
Oh, see, that's the problem. I think for this one, I'm going to do is I'm going
19.
to, I'm going to move the names. I usually keep them in the upper left corner. I'm going to move, upper right corner. I'm going to move in the upper left because when they're in the right, they obscure the floor number. And this is twice where I've seen somebody walk into the thing and I couldn't see the floor number because their name was.
Oh, I haven't had that trouble with Torgo, but I mean, I can usually only see Torgo's Sleepball.
There we go. I moved him over. That should make it a little.
Dive, Torgo, dive.
Kicks.
Ooh, living dangerously, my friend.
Asshole spawned on top of me.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, that sucked. There's no way you can know that. That's bullshit.
That guy, yeah, those teleport motherfuckers, for sure. Oop, poor T is dead. Yeah, death. When your characters dying in this are pretty fucking rough.
Two damage.
Ah, Torgo.
Oh, that's gonna suck, Torgo.
Poor damage sponge of a monster.
All right, Destil's back on floor 13.
He gets one more attack off. He's okay.
Hey, he's getting some luck with those misses there.
Of course, they'd use Final Shadow.
And that's
Ooh,
a
it missed.
Oh no! Oh,
Oh, did the instant death get you?
what was that? You're floor 17 there, Torgo?
Yeah, no, he was 19.
19. Okay.
And now I remembered again that I should have been taking notes on what floors I was finding what treasures.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Yeah, he was on 19, so...
I remember what one of them was, but
We're closing in on 1 hour. We're 50 minutes in.
Eyes right now.
I forget what
13.
Brave does.
Brave?
An item named Brave.
Do not know.
You can kind of predict where the guy that just teleported in behind me is going to be.
Now, to be fair, the first computers I ever used were at Grassy back in the day in June when I was in kindergarten through 8th grade, and those were the old Apple IIs, the old school ones. So I have a lot of, you know, the green ones with the single thing with the disk drive built into the whole monitor, disk drive, everything built into it. This is in the 80s though, so
That's strange.
I think every school had those.
Oh yeah, Apple IIs were America's education computer.
All the old
Really
Met
cool.
games, you know, the old Oregon Trail,
Mhm.
completely green. Mech, I still remember that.
The Minnesota
DC.
Educational Computer Consortium.
Yep.
The guy in one of my recent shows, we actually talked about the history of mech a little bit. It was very interesting, you know, just how influential Minnesota was on computer learning in the United States. Not just because of the games, but because how they kind of single-handedly invented personal computing procurement for education of all levels.
Yep.
And the folks who were behind that were very interesting folks.
Oh, I'm still a huge sucker for the LSR. I'm still a huge sucker for old Mac Adventure style games.
That's what
And,
killed
like,
me before.
One I remember never being able to beat is a friend of mine had a Apple II and had this. No, it was a Mac because you actually had color graphics.
It could have been
But-
2GS does have color graphics
Okay.
and a mouse.
I'm trying to remember like from 1989, 1990, but she had this Dracula game like where you like go to it was a Mac Adventure style, but like you could only explore so much of the castle because eventually Dracula would show up and murder you.
Mhm.
And I remember having so much fun with that game, just trying to figure out how to play it, but I could not for the life of me remember what it was called.
Yeah. Levels coming up.
Oh, he's about to go. Oh, he's got the Titan pods.
Stab the
Come on.
cubes.
Yes. Woo.
The black cube of darkness.
Black cube of darkness.
Speaking of
darkness inside of me.
speaking of Craig McCracken stuff, I just finished up the first season of Kid Cosmic, which just dropped on Netflix.
Oh,
And
okay.
I mean, I can highly recommend it because it's Craig McCracken
Oh, hey.
show. You know, anything he does, good find Destil, and anything he does is great. But
I'll
also,
look it up.
the style of it's different than what he's usually done. It's very comic book aesthetic, especially of
Uh-huh.
certain things I've been seeing lately. But
Right.
the voice
Oh,
cast
yeah.
is great. One of the characters is voiced by Amanda Miller, who does the current dub voice of Sailor Jupiter. So of
Okay.
course, you know, that's a win for me. But just overall, it's just a very fun and enjoyable show, especially if you like, you know, sci-fi, you know, alien invader type stuff.
Oh yeah. Crap, tell me what Kid Cosmic.
Kid
what you said,
Cosmic.
wasn't it?
Yep.
I don't say I already forgot it. Yeah, hey LSR, you might need to check out Dan's
I'm sure. I think
You might-
Elsar listens to my show, but we should get him in our
the
Discord.
I was gonna say he'd probably really enjoy your Discord. Like I gotta admit, Dan, like that's really hopping now. Y'all got like a lot of people in there.
We got like
it's-
30 people in there now. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
we've really been pushing it over the past couple of months, and
Yeah.
14. Floor 14 is my highest right now.
good job, Chitin.
What
I mean, I
floor?
remember when it was just a couple people in there, and like it's pretty hopping now. Like I
Thank
never
you.
comment on it, but I go and read it every now and then because I like reading some of y'all's like old school Mac discussions on there.
I think the most discussion lately has been on.
Okay. Okay, floor 15.
Oh,
Woo!
oh,
Good job, Chitin. He's catching up.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually don't have enough firsthand knowledge to where's Destil? 18. Destil is at 18. He's right there at Torgo's height.
See, what's caught my I'm kind of bummed because I'm not. It's been so cold lately that I haven't been going outside. you know.
Yeah.
So I've been mostly resigned to ring
Both
fit
those rooms are terrible.
and bicycle.
Right.
Floor 16. Okay, I can handle this now.
Yeah, Torgo got warped in. What Torgo Destil is he got teleported into by one of those guys.
Lufia.
17, here I come.
He's catching up, man. I'll tell you what. That boy, right? I'll tell you what.
Ugh.
18.
Oh, chitin.
Welcome to the party.
18's kind of balls. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I got him first. Okay. Woo.
Oh, it worked into you. You might. Yeah, but say yeah. You probably better run. I like it's escapes. Oh no! Did you just walk right back into it? No. Okay, but it is in your way. Ooh, this is gonna suck.
So Dan, I gotta ask, if you mentioned Return to Castle Wolfenstein,
Yes.
did your time with that extend to enemy territory as well?
Yes. I played both vanilla and ET.
I played the heck out of enemy territory.
Well, everybody did because it was free. But I mean, I enjoyed enemy territory and I played a lot of it competitively, but I'm still always a partisan for Vanilla Wolf because Vanilla Wolf, it has some of the most perfect maps that have ever been made in a multiplayer shooter. And you get a 7 versus 7 RTCW match with people who know what they are doing, and you will never see a game that is more sublime in terms of,
Come on.
you know, I miss it so much. It's like, I bet I could just jump right into it if somebody had like a server and people to play.
Yeah, see, I
Damn
never
it.
played any vanilla, but
I mean, enemy territory, one problem is like they didn't have, some things that bugged me was they didn't have the same voice clips. So, I mean, I had some, that's like minor stuff, but also some of the gun sounds they used were changed compared to Vanilla Wolf for reasons that are never made clear to me. So like the sound for the MP40 and the Thompson were not as good as Vanilla. And they brought the FG42 into enemy territory, but they didn't use the same sounds from single player Wolf because the FG42 was a single player only weapon in Vanilla Wolf. It was not in multiplayer.
19.
Whoa,
19
chitin.
now.
Good job, chitin. Yeah,
There we go.
you're doing
19.
good.
I'm gonna pause the other one and move it over. Now I can see it on the.
So like,
Floor 20.
whoa, chitin taking the lead.
20.
So like, the main thing is like in vanilla single player Wolf, the
Destil's
FG42,
on 22.
its sound is like this thunder crack. Like you fire it and you really feel it's like blam, 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 blam. But in enemy territory, it's got this just kind of like plinky sound.
yeah.
And I did not like it. Kind of ruined the gun for me, honestly. Destil
Like,
on
Floor-
21.
Yep, I'm on 21 as well.
See, you're gonna be careful, Dan. You're gonna start me talking about World War II firearms, and I'll start dropping.
If I
facts
could
on
own
you.
one gun, it would be
Oh, shit.
an FG42.
No.
You'd want an
Round.
MG over an FG. You'd want an MG over an FG.
No.
but yeah,
Oh,
an
no.
FG's bad. An FG's badass.
Oh, that
It's
mimic.
I can't remember the F one. See, it's the MG, but it's the smaller version.
With the
It's
FG42
rifle. The FG is the
paratrooper
the FG
rifle.
is the paratrooper rifle.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's the smaller version of the MG.
There
the
is
MG is a 8mm an 8mm Mauser,
so is the
Are
F,
you-
they both use the same
Yeah.
7.92 ammo.
which is huge. Yeah, 8mm
21
Mausers.
It's ball.
Jack- They
Did
could
you
Destil's
got the
just
same
wiped.
mimic I did?
Yeah,
There's
MG is
double
the-
mimics. I
it was
see.
bu- That's what it's called.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're gonna get past that chitin.
I'm level 9 for crying out loud. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I was level whatever, and they just one-shotted me.
Tell you one, Dan. What MG stands for is machine endure.
Machine Gewehr.
42. Yeah, machine
FG.
gun 42.
Yes, FG is Fallschirmjägergewehr. What? That's
we
what.
always say we always say Jewer, but yeah, Gewehr would be.
Gewehr.
How you say it.
But
We always say Jewer.
Come on.
Sorry. That's
oh
an
no,
old
Chitin
inside
hit the
joke.
mimic.
I have to. I have no choice.
Oh,
That's
I
an
have
old
no
inside.
that's a
old
wipe.
inside
I got
joke.
out. I got out. I got out. I got out.
Oh, good.
did he do
good
it?
job. He escaped.
Woo!
Lucky.
Lucky.
So I mean, there is a company in Texas that is selling very good replica FG42s.
Yeah, you can get them.
So like if I had like $4,000 to blow and if I could find a source of less than 10 round magazines, that would be like the gun. I'm sure they would make me as far as I understand,
Oh,
the
yeah,
company will
you
make
get-
you whatever capacity
yeah.
magazines you want.
Yeah, you can get state compliant. You can get state compliant.
Yeah,
magazines.
but it's like if you want, if you buy like I think their regular mags or 15 round mags, you can get them like cheaper. Whereas if you want the 10 round mags, you have to pay them to make them like one off for you, and they cost like 30% more or something like that.
No
But
choice.
right.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, Torgo. Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I do not like how walking against a wall.
increments, yeah.
Yeah. That is a little bit of
Come on.
that is a pain.
That's okay. That's
Oh,
okay.
chitin is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Destil's doing s-
That's all.
Destil's doing
That's all right.
some
This fight shouldn't be too. This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
Floor
fine.
22.
Ah, you're winning.
Nice. Chitin with
Chitin with the comeback.
year.
We still got half an hour to go. Well, 28
Yeah.
minutes to be accurate, but yeah.
I think it's the last person to basically the person who doesn't die is who's gonna end up winning that. Like,
Oh no, I forgot about the skeletons, dude.
Skelemans.
Dude, I don't know that I can fight these guys again. It was lucky last time when I got them.
I know what they keep reminding me of. They look just like the skeletons in Chrono Trigger, the ones in the what's its face where the ghost of the ruin where the
Providence.
ghost of Cyrus is. Providence. Ooh, what is Providence?
That gets me out of the
Let's you
cave.
leave the dungeon.
Ooh.
I am not going for that route. Screw that noise.
No, I don't think you'd probably do that.
Well, it's for in the main game, you can keep the items in the blue chests, so that's how you actually get out with them.
Right, because it's rogue light, right?
Yeah.
And the blue chest items are better than some of the ultimate items.
Skips.
Yeah.
You-
This guy.
And I have a friend that is one of the that
Oh,
lives here. Is one of the, in terms of World War II weaponry, being able to work on them,
Oh.
the history of them, and
That
like maintenance and
horse.
repair is one of the. Almost nobody will know it, but he's one of the world's experts on it.
He knows
Like,
the guy
he
who
can
knows
do-
guys.
Oh no, he can do anything. Like he's so knowledgeable on it. I know at least 2 gunsmiths that go to him when they have to work on an older weapon like that. And he is not a gunsmith. He's a Korea vet.
I'll go on this
Um,
way.
So I go. He used to run this surplus store, in his spare time. Now he does.
Oh, so he was like Herman from The Simpsons.
Yeah, a lot like it. Yeah, I mean, real nice, super nice guy. Unbelievably intelligent. But Larry would. I go in there one day, and he's got one he's working on, and full disclosure, he's got a class 3 FFL, so he can, he doesn't have the NFA requirement and all that. He can buy and sell. He does it to be able to buy and sell what he wants. So we're not saying that none of all this is above board that I'm saying.
Mm.
So I go in there one day, and he's got one he'd been working on kind of in the back, and I look at it and I was like, oh hey man, Larry, what you working on right there? I was like, is that an M60? Because it was just it was obviously like, it was obviously going to be a large machine gun, and it looked like an M60 because it was just the barrel and the and the lower receiver. And he goes, nah, it's not an M60. That's an 1892 Browning I've been building from scratch. Yeah. Like, he
Hey,
just built it
whatever
on his
makes
own.
whatever makes you happy, man.
Oh, it was. I was like, "You're kidding me!" Like, I mean, the odds of you even seeing one of those, you know. But yeah, it was it actually M1898 or is it 80? Is it 98 or 92? I always get the trench gun and the Browning confused. I think the 90. I think the Browning.
Okay, come on.
98
Yes.
because it's a 30-aught.
That's over. Fuck me. Come
Not
on.
the M2.
Kill the
not
lion,
big-
Chitin.
not-
Kill
not-
the
not
lion.
big- Not the 50 cal, not the big one.
Come on,
But-
come on, come on.
So it's a cowardly lion.
Yes. If it runs away.
This is
Oh,
the
man,
strong
he is-
spell. No,
Ah,
so-
dang it.
Oh,
23. 23 is highest.
Ah, shit, Chitin. That was just bad luck.
I don't know. With the way this dungeon is going, that might stick around.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could go poorly for either of the other runners.
Good luck trying to get the 23
You
done,
fucking
man.
Yeah, I think 21 honestly is the one I'm most afraid of.
23
I
is
didn't realize
worse.
the wiped. He's on 14. Okay, but you're only like level 3.
How many more minutes?
There's 25 minutes left.
Yeah.
23 still on the top, man. So
Yeah.
sorry.
That's okay. That's one of the most important things in the dungeon.
What level are you on, Torgo? Did you pay any attention?
I'm like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Ooh.
You've been slowly.
Strong
working
is
your
on
way.
this floor or the next.
Destil's on
20
15. So yeah, this is
23
going to
is
kind of
worse.
come down to it, whether Destil makes a run just to try to get to 23 or Torgo manages to do it. Light armor.
There's a fight you can't get away from on 21 that I'm a little worried about doing at level 3.
Yeah, it's the mimics are the issue.
It's not the mimics, it's the putty guys in the hallway because that's just too narrow. Mimics, I can avoid the mimics.
The blue ones? I
I
couldn't.
think so. I think as long as you don't aggro them, I think you can generally avoid them. Is it a strong spell?
No, you literally have to be one tile away from them to go aggro.
Okay.
So it's like either you trigger it or they're gonna come after you.
They're
I'm
they're
just
watching you.
grind-
They're everywhere. Red jelly.
Da, ba, ba. Yeah, I just better grind right now so I can be prepared for the later levels. Especially against bats because they can respawn.
Mm-hmm. Rogue. Okay, Brickman says he saw Destil actually die. Chitin avoided the same battle by 1 or 2 steps. So Chitin was YOLOing it and just barely got past it. Hi, Magic.
Well, I literally had to, no
Oh,
choice.
Magic told you hello. It's very friendly.
Because knowing my luck with mimics, I had no choice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm getting through this room without fighting things.
No, you're not the only one that's encountered that issue. Though that somebody else, that
I
guy
beat this
that
last
worked-
time, but
that guy
also
that
much
worked
higher
on you. Oh well, Dekar's dead, so that's now Maxim. Yeah, this one's probably not gonna. Yeah, there you go. Shit. Rock breaker. What an odd name for a weapon. Footler blast. Right on blast.
Yeah, I just Return to Castle Wolfenstein is just the multiplayer, and that is just, you know, it really. I mean, Team Fortress did come out like I think a year or two before it, but RTCW completely reinvented and refined everything that Team Fortress 1 did, and it did it better and in a superior fashion. Like, it was really like one of the first objective-based multiplayer shooters, and they just
Right.
nailed everything about it. They got... I'm trying to think of what was... I mean, granted, OSP helped with, like, tournament-style stuff, but for actual vanilla gameplay, like the actual gameplay modes of how you do stopwatch and other things were, it really was just ahead of its time. And I'm really hoping that a game like that comes back, because Team Fortress 2 is not that game, and neither are the other multiplayer type shooters, these days. I'd like to see, I thought they were going to do it with like the new Quake. They were going to try to do something like that, but Quake World Champions just, it didn't really do it for me. That's the problem, because everything wants to do it like how the MOBAs do it with the particular characters and everything else like that. Whereas when it's a true team-based shooter like Return to Castle Wolfenstein, you have to submit yourself to the team.
Destil is on 21.
Uh-oh. Let's see, can Destil push forward? Can he succeed in where he had previously failed? Will he get past that pesky mimic?
21's the one you're scared about.
Yeah,
though,
21's the tough floor.
21's like the roughest floor I've seen in a long while.
Got
Dan
8.
Ellisar asked if you saw Ben attendee to the Royals.
Oh, if there was a trade today, I did not see anything. So
I'm assuming that's Red Sox.
yes, I love Benintendi, but if they get something good out of him, baseball is so screwed up right now in terms of between COVID and everything else. It's like last year was just a complete nonsense, and this year I think is going to be just as off. So
Probably. Of course, the Braves managed to beat the Braves just like they always are. They managed to do exactly what they always do. Give you a little bit of hope and then rip it right out from underneath you.
Yep.
oh, you're in a rockin' hard place there, Destil.
Oh, that sucks, Destil. We need run. Ooh,
Nah. Those dogs are way too fast.
ow.
Total defeat.
Fuck,
Come
man.
on, come on.
21. Kiting, man. There's about 15 minutes.
My last party wouldn't be able to take all those fights, but not the mimic.
So, this Cositis. So he says it's a 3-timer. Sox get Frenchie, Cordero, and the Mets prospect Josh.
I'll go read it on my baseball forum later on.
Frenchie's been about everywhere these days. I think he's trying to just see how many teams he can play for.
Keep grinding.
Yeah, we're getting close to 15 minutes left.
Let's see if someone can surpass my 23.
He probably didn't see you, Cositis, and I'm not gonna do him the injustice of repeating that pun. Sorry.
Also, we don't know how much gold. I guess, what is the rule for gold tiebreaker? Is it at that time at the end of the game, or because we have no idea how much gold they had when he died?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, it's never come up.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would say I would say at the end of the game. I would say it's because we don't have any way of doing aggregate.
All right, Torgo's on level 17. Maybe he can make a push.
Okay, we're going now. Because I ain't taking my chances that easily.
God, so many freaking curse lifters.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the most common item you're getting.
He's got me again, dude.
Come on, Eagle Rocks.
Oh no, that same spot, Torgo. That same spot.
Dude, I just go barreling through the doors. I do not pay attention to what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm
I
dead.
don't think you can avoid it anyway. Not go in that room. I think you're probably better off just not going in that room at all. Because I think your stairs were a floor below that, or a couple rooms below that. That's an unlucky hit.
And that is a clean wipe.
Yep.
All right,
Rip.
that's it for me.
Oh boy, come on.
I don't know. They're both 13 and 14. So right now it's Chitin with 22, but him and
Wait. Yeah.
we have just under 15 minutes left.
Now we've had people get close to that 23, but
I mean, you're talking 7 levels. I mean, if things go just right, that was. Woo,
that's scary.
Whoa.
Fancy
woo.
footwork, Destil.
Yeah. And then he warps into the next room, which is bullshit.
Yep.
But 15.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. I give up.
You might as well play through. I mean, you only got about 14 more minutes to see how far you can get.
Has no point. It's frustrating more than it is anything.
Yeah, this is a particularly tough dungeon.
That's a
Yeah,
really
this one
mean
was a
seed.
lot harder than the last one. Uh-oh. Did you mean to do that, Chitin?
What do you mean?
Run into that enemy.
Yeah, it's on
So, yeah,
purpose.
trying to avoid it and just made a...
No, it's this one with another type of bug. It's the one that got me problems.
Oh, gotcha.
Spiders.
Yeah,
hate
Dan, I was going to
spiders.
bring something up before the baseball talk, and now...
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to mention.
I mean, I was talking about...
I know, we were talking about... You were talking about the shooters
Yeah.
and kind of the evolution of it. But, I mean, you can only go so far with that, because if you're really going to talk about evolution of shooters, the modern shooter wouldn't exist without Doom 2 and GoldenEye. Because Doom 2 coined deathmatch, literally coined deathmatch.
I know. Well, I was talking specifically about multiplayer team-based shooters.
Right. Now, yeah, team-based is you're right. That's a completely different ball game. Destil, nice. That
The way you
was
get past that guy I thought you couldn't get past is you can walk back and forth a little bit in the entranceway and he'll back off.
19, man.
You got... Destil's got 13 minutes to try to make a push.
Yeah.
He has 4 levels to tie with me.
Yep. It just depends on how... Oh, 20. Depends on how...
21.
There's
It depends on 21. 21's the gatekeeper.
Didn't you
Yeah, I
get
don't know how to get. I don't have a good plan for. I don't even know
Yeah.
where the stairs are, but
Oh,
my guess of where
21.
they are, I don't have
Yeah.
a good idea of how to get to them.
21.
Here comes the mimics.
He can tie with Chitin if he can make it to 22, but this is the
Oh,
level.
those things are. Oh, I hate those.
No, Chitin made it to 23. Destil would have
Oh,
to make it
okay.
to 24.
Okay. Gotcha. My bad.
Ah!
Oh,
Dude.
I hate the way those things just like
Total
run
defeat.
in circles in front of doors.
Oh,
For you, if you let them get in front of the door.
That was close too. Well, Chitin, it's very unlikely that you're not going to get the win. So you got revenge. Your YOLO strat. to get all
Destil's
the
giving it
kills.
one more shot.
No, there's no reason to quit.
There's no reason to quit at all.
Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened in the WWF. Ooh, yeah.
God, I miss Macho Man.
You ever heard that story, the one Jake the Snake tells about when on Saturday Morning Superstars when they had Macho Man they taught Macho Man into getting bit by the defamed cobra?
Oh,
So yeah, like because Jake Roberts always had to carry a snake, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I really wish I never would have got in this gimmick because I got to carry this fucking snake around all the time." So he's on Joe Rogan, and he tells this story, and he does this like spot on Macho Man impersonation while he's doing it. So here's the thing: is like they want him to do it, and they didn't do it on like a primetime. They did it on like the Saturday Morning Superstars, a little throwaway show, and they decide that in their feud, the snake's gonna bite Macho Man, and so. He had a lot of issues in his life. Like just, he had he was a good guy, but he had a somewhat troubled life, and paranoia among other things. And
Start you out on the stairway. It's like
Oh.
half of them. I keep missing it.
And so he like comes up to Jake the Snake, right? Like they're supposed to do it that day, and he's just like, being all like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's it. But I mean, like, even at the end, Cositis, so even at the end of it, like the day they're gonna do it, he's like, nah, I can't do it. He's like, I'm not. He's like, all right, yeah, the only way I'll do it is if you let the snake bite you first. And Jake was like, what the fuck? You gonna make me do it too? You're gonna make him bite me? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, it's defanged. It's unpoisonous. He's like, yeah, but you say it's defanged, but it bites Macho Man. Next thing we know, Macho Man's dead, and the snake's the champ. Stranger things happen in WWF. Ooh, yeah. And so he just finally relents and lets the thing bite him, and it cuts the shit out of him. And he's like, are you happy? All right. And then Macho Man went and bit him.
Oh.
But he literally would not do it even on the last day unless Jake let the snake bite him first. That's just to prove that it wasn't poisonous.
Those
he
guys
would
are
not believe
such
it
characters.
was oh, yeah. It was amazing. The charisma those guys had back in the day.
Oh, he teleported right on top of you, Chitin.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna die to this again.
Less than 10 minutes left. Actually, specifically 8 minutes left.
Good. 4:15 again.
Yep, every single match. Yep, I've heard that one too. I met the guy. It was interesting. I've got his autograph on my wall in the room. Yeah, Jake the Snake. I met him and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hacksaw sat and talked to me and my cousin for a while. He was a really cool guy. Yep, I can imagine. That's cool.
Oh, that's bad.
Here's a dumb seeing famous people at baseball game stories. Probably not as cool as that one, but I forget what year this was. I want to say it was probably like 1998 or 1999, but in my town, we still had our single A baseball team. And guess who happened to be at the game? But Superman himself, Christopher Reeve.
Really?
Yep, and it's like my dad was sitting next to him.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it just so happened, like, I guess the guy just wheeled him up right next to him. Because that was at post his injury, so he was in his wheelchair. So he just wheeled him right up next to Dad, and they watched baseball together.
That's crazy.
I mean, just think of it. It's like you're watching baseball next to fucking Superman.
Did your dad talk to him?
Oh yeah. They talked through. They were there the whole game. I wasn't there, but I think it was my dad and my older brother happened to be there. I forget where I was. I think I was at a Boy Scout thing, so I wasn't around. So
that's crazy. That's a cool story. Yeah, of all people, man. Like just.
It had the one who is the original Superman.
Mm-hmm. Well, original one's George Reeves.
George Reeves, yeah.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Forgot about
What
that.
movie is it that's about his murder? Is it L.A. Confidential? We were talking about it today, and I can't remember. I think it's L.A. Confidential because he's got that. He's like one of the most famous murder cases in Hollywood.
Yeah. Now that staff is full of holes.
Yep. Well, that's not. It doesn't have an E, Dan.
There's character limitations.
More words than that. I mean, it could be blessed. God, this room sucks.
Yep.
Okay.
Seen all these rooms so many times now.
Monkey Girl, what you decide you want down?
Destil's back to level 14. There are 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
I'm on 19 again. Okay. Oh.
Oh, that sucked.
Oh no.
God. Wow.
Wipe.
Yep.
Total defeat.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Octopuses.
Let's see if Destil in his 5 minutes left. He's in level 16. Can he push through?
7 levels, baby.
Level 17.
Come here, monkey. You chunky, funky monkey.
RAP Chunky Monkey. Level 18.
21's the gatekeeper.
Monkey.
I'm gonna just sit here.
Ah,
See if this.
Chunky Lucky Monkey. That's her.
Yeah, Chitin, just enjoy your, you're the pace setter.
Yeah, 23. That was an impressive little YOLO there to the end.
Mm.
Yeah, my favorite Crucitus, my favorite Jake the Snake one though is he's sitting there talking about. He's like, yeah, I read psychology books and I'd try to use that in the, when I do my promos and things like that. And he said like he did. There's one famous one he did where, because this is like. This is the early 90s, late 80s. This is where there wasn't a lot of remotes. So, you generally went to the TV to turn the TV up or down.
Level
do the
21.
volume or turn the channel. And,
Oh, what?
And he just, he goes to do the promo and he doesn't tell him what he's doing. Like the guy asks some questions and he just
22.
he just sits there and sits there and starts moving his mouth without actually.
yeah, that's not happening.
23.
Oh boy, tight.
Oh,
He tied it.
Okay,
Oh, I'm standing on it.
I heard it.
24. 24.
Oh, he did.
Destil at the last possible moment.
7. Really?
Oh my god, that's a hell room.
Oh God! And the stairs are in it too.
This is death.
Oh, I think Destil just stop. You ain't won.
Yeah,
Good, yeah.
that's impressive.
I think we're gonna call this one. I mean,
Yeah.
so it goes Destil first place, floor 24, and Chitin was the first to get to level 23, so that still deserves an honorable mention for that.
I mean, they weren't far. Or what
No,
was,
they weren't
What
far.
was Torgo?
Torgo, I think, got
Did
to
you get
level
past
22.
22?
I got down to like 17, 18.
Huh. I thought you got far.
Oh, I ever. Yeah, I do remember that now. Cositis. Yeah. Time to go home.
man.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I do know that one.
I just can't believe it.
Good race.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
can't
was
believe that happened.
really
You
good.
were standing on the exit when you got down to 23. You start on it.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, I know. There's like 5 floors in that dungeon like that. I ran around in a circle for half of them.
No, I was like, I thought that I was saying it was not stairs. I thought it was just a bigger floor, so that's why I just went.
Yeah, you always gotta
Like,
just look at the step. As soon as you take a step in a floor, you have to look where you stepped off because half the time you're gonna step off the stairway down.
Yep. I was gonna say
oh,
he was just the proper amount of caution.
Yeah, this is a case where a little bit of YOLOing. I mean, I'm not even sure if that was a YOLO, but it was still definitely.
I was level
No, it
3.
did-
I might have been
it
level
did-
2.
Destil
that's
did
level
kind of a
9. But I got to
Destil
423.
His YOLO was just going to the stairs, but he played uber cautious getting
Mm.
to the stairs. So, like Breakman said, if he had
The
been just a little,
only only floors that had enemies that you had to fight were the first 3.
Right.
That's the only reason I was level 3. Is there just like bats jammed into every way in the first 3 floors, and everything else I was able to walk around or barely run away from.
And don't forget, the bugs were there were like high amount bugs in the first 3 floors anyway.
Yeah, the bugs are just like that was the only place I couldn't get around. There's not. I can get around the bugs, and I couldn't get around the skeletons, but the skeletons are really slow, so you can just run.
Yeah. But the mimics were like a challenge.
I didn't see a mimic on that run. I knew where it was. I never went anywhere near there.
21 you had to go through. So
3,
those 2 doors.
2, 1, 90 minutes.
a 5-second delay between your timer and the Twitch one.
That's not bad, actually, but still.
I thought I had that in the bag.
I mean, that was not a bad run at all, Chitin. Like, you did
real good.
remarkably well.
Everybody thought you had it. Destil just snaked in at the last second.
That
I-
sneaky Destil.
I think after the 3rd death, I'm like, maybe I should just stop. But
That's why you always keep running it, man. Oh, guys, this was great fun. I'm looking forward to the next time we get to run this again.
Yeah, this one's fun to commentate on. I enjoy this a
Yeah.
lot.
I do like the fact that like, if you have to, you can make a suicide run
Hmm.
and just treat it like a roguelike where you can't run into anything. Like every time you take a step, the enemy takes a step roguelike.
Yep.
I
Oh,
like
God.
that kind of, yeah, because that at least gives you incentives to like, okay, there's still 10 minutes left. You could YOLO and still, try to do it.
Yeah, one of these days I want to try to, shit, not Rogue. What's the other one? Crap, I can't even think of it. There's
Primitive?
That
no fucking famous one that everybody plays so much that I played a good bit of.
Brawl?
Duck is the tile set that does really well with it. How the fuck can I not remember what it's called? You're gonna kill me.
Pepper
not-
Dancer?
No, it's old school. It's
Tyrant.
ass graphics if you don't use a tile set.
Brawl?
Mm-mm.
Dwarf Fortress?
No, God, fuck Dwarf Fortress.
NetHack.
NetHack.
I said
Yeah,
that
I
like
Oh,
five
oh yeah,
suggestions ago,
NetHack's
but okay.
fun.
But everybody, I was hearing multiple things. I didn't hear NetHack. But yeah, I need to get back into playing NetHack at some point because I've enjoyed what I played of it. But man, that's like having to keep up a guide up just for what the commands are while you're playing it is kind of nuts.
They updated like up to Wazoo recently.
Recently means within the last 6 years.
Right.
No, I mean like literally just a year ago.
Oh, okay. Is that still version 3?
Let me double check on that because I do have the thing installed on my thing.
Like version 2 was around for like a decade and a half.
I think we're on version 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
I have no idea what one I've got. I had to play it on DOSBox, so.
That's not the case anymore anyway.
Well,
All right.
yeah, thanks
Oh.
for hanging out, guys. This is a really
super
fun
fun.
run.
Oh yeah, this was an excellent one.
Actually 3.6.6.
Okay.
That's where we're on right now.
So, I think we're doing Zelda tomorrow night. What are we doing?
We are. I think Red's gonna be with us, so we're probably gonna do Bomb Wand %.
Yep.
Which I mean, we've done Rando the last couple, so it'd
Yeah.
be good to mix Bomb Wand.
It'll be good to have Red back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be around with us, so we'll do that. Saturday. Oh yeah, Destil, are you? I never did hear from you. Are you free Saturday night?
Probably. Let me get back to you tomorrow.
Okay, you're the only one I don't know. Everybody else is. Well, Dan. I'm assuming Dan can host Saturday.
I'll be around.
but- okay. So yeah, you and so Saturday is if Destil's free. Saturday night is going to be FF1 Rando co-op % with 2x2 race. So it'll be Galbies, myself, providing he can play Destil and Taveril, and then Blau Major and Dan will very graciously host it for us. So
Yep.
it'll be the co-op one isn't interesting because we'll be in 2 separate chats. So it's one you should check out if you're interested in FF1 Rando at all. It's a good watch and it's a fun, pretty quick style seed.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it, especially to be able to have somebody to bounce off to do commentary. I think that'll be really
Oh,
fun.
Blau Major said he'll be available and he's learning the Rando, so he ought to be a good one to be able to commentate with you on.
Yeah.
So he said he'd be willing to do it.
All right, so guys, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, we'll be back for tomorrow for Zelda. If you enjoyed it, hang out and tell your friends, and hopefully we'll see more of y'all soon. So thank you, everybody, and good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right,
Later.
everybody.
Night.